Welcome back, friends. It's the last episode of the Dungeon Meshi poster. So thank you for joining me, and let's see how much we can get done here. Alright, so the first thing I'm noticing is that my highlights have obliterated all of my eye color. And that didn't do anything. That didn't do anything. I just want to go through really quickly and, at the very least, preserve that iris color that we had worked so hard looking up for everybody. Much better. I'm changing this up because the functionality of having the folder be the color is faster than changing each of the individual layers. I do want the shadows to be a color. Yank these out so that they're on the bottom. This is my base color, that teal. And then here's every bit of overlay that we did. No, I'm digging this. All right, we got something going here. We can hit the right tone with the teal color. And to get this middle bit, we're going to lighten up even more, I think. Yeah. Oh, if we actually use the overlay function, that looks pretty good too. Doesn't stand out from the background quite as well though. So this is kind of the other thing that I want to try, is doing this as an overlay instead of the other way around. Alright, we tried. If we make this whole thing an overlay, this is definitely my favorite version we've seen so far. It's nice and bright. So this lets us crank the shadows up a little bit too. Yeah, we're onto something here. I like this. I don't want it to be, I want it to be really stylized, and it's definitely doing that. The one thing I don't really like is the way the red is coming out, so we might have to do a little bit of something to bring out the red a little more. This is very whimsical. So the one thing that I would like to do is dial in the saturation up front more. So I'm going to try something. Bear with me. I don't know how interesting this episode is because it's a lot of me in deep thought not talking. But hopefully you can watch my facial expressions and feel my inner turmoil. Alright, so for those of you who are not super familiar with CSP or with digital programs, and I might be talking to no one right now, but the lasso tool has a couple of different settings, and one of them, the one that I never use, starts a new selection every time you use the tool. The other two, which I use very frequently, either they start a new selection when there's no selection available. When there is a selection available, they either add to it or subtract from it. And my favorite thing to do is to, start a selection and build it, right? As I'm creating like a shape or an outline or something. But sometimes what I do, which you just saw me do previously, is draw a complex shape and be using the wrong settings. So I'm trying to build a selection and I actually end up taking away from it. It's annoying. So here's how we're going to do this. That makes no difference, huh? Oh, got that nice knockout, I can just deselect it. And everybody else is still selected. And we can desaturate by using a black layer, going to saturation. And that dials everybody else back a little bit. And ooh, now. Oh, you know, I wasn't playing into the purple as much before, but the purple offsets the orange really well as well. That actually looks really good. We may have stumbled onto something here. That's better than the original plan. Love when that happens. And I'm even wearing a purple shirt today. And it means I can dial this red down a little bit. Actually means I can get rid of that layer altogether. Oh, I think that looks better. Check it. That's too much checking it. This is kind of weird and funky. It's a lot different than anything else I've done. And like in kind of a good way. And I'm looking at it on a couple of different monitors to like see. I like this. Part of my problem a lot of the time is, I stumble upon some of these coloring methods that I think work really well for me, and then I stick to them, and then, people like it, but it's like everything starts to feel the same. This feels very different, and I think that's a good thing. I think different is good. Run a little bit long today because we are really on the final stages of this. Very exciting. Alright, so let's do a little bit of, first of all, we dial up the saturation on the whole thing so we can make sure it still reads in grayscale. It does. I really like how much it fades to white in the back. This is a really good kind of like saturated at the front, desaturated in the back. The Marcel Staff versus Chilchuk boot. Let's take a second to address that. more than a second. Maybe. Maybe. That's the ticket. Alright, cool. All set. This is really cool. It's not what I was expecting when I started, but I like it. Alright, so let's add a few things in here. Everybody loves a little bit of eye glint. Coolio. More layer. Time for some steaming sugar. Just like real cheat cakes, right? I don't know if I want one cutting across the middle. You can cut across the middle in the background. Alright, so we're just going to hem and haw a little bit more on some of the colors here. Bring this up a little bit, bring this down a little bit. It's kind of interesting to do the saturation layer underneath the shadow, right? Because if you do it the other way, much different impacts. This we still maintain some of the color. So I like that. I like color. Kind of leaning on the purples. Abolish that yellow entirely. Yeah, it's very graphic. It's very, yeah, I think, you know, this just about does it. Changed my mind on the this. That's okay, I'm allowed to do that. boy. You know, this is kind of the weird stage where it's like, hey, it's time to like sit here and think about it. But I think it's done. I haven't saved the entire recording session. Could you imagine? Hot damn, I think we actually did it. This looks pretty freaking good. I really like it. It's very different from everything else I've done, and I think it's going to be like a great addition to the portfolio color-wise. I'm really excited about that. I like being able to like expand the diversity of what I do. If I was going to do anything, rewind a little bit, because I see two things that I want to do. That's too much brush. Just tap this in a little more. And get this knee up just a little bit. And now, though, yeah, that's the business. That is the business. Okay, we're done. We're done. Took the glove off and everything. It's over. Might add a title to it at some point, but not on video. The interesting part is over. Hey, this has been a hell of a ride. Thank you for coming with me on this one. I hope that you enjoyed the whole series. It's the longest one on the channel to date. Maybe it's going to be the longest one of all time. We will see. But I am super glad that I got to do the whole thing for you. And I don't know what the heck I'm going to do for episodes this week. I'm going to have to come up with something else to fill out the rest of the week. Shut up. It's done. Wow. Hey, what a ride. Thank you for coming. I'm screwing with you. No, I really am done this time. Any other changes that I make, I'm going to do them off camera. I don't think that there's going to be any other changes. I will probably put it in a drawer for a little while and take it back out just to make sure that I'm happy with it. But by and large, this is sick. And, we're going to put a little title on it at some point. It's going to go up in my poster gallery. Maybe give you the option to purchase it if you're interested. Maybe we'll put that link in the script. Stick around for the plug. I will see you on the next one. I can't believe this is over. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. I'm kind of glad that it is. Hey, thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Hey, thanks for watching today's video. If you liked what you saw, like, comment, subscribe. If you're learning to draw, you know somebody else who's learning to draw and might get something out of this, maybe suggest the video to a friend. That always helps me out a lot. Hey, if you're looking to contribute financially to this whole situation, check out my Ko-fi page or my Substack, link in the description. I got a free newsletter on the Substack that you can follow to catch up with anything that I might be doing, including videos, comics, illustrations, etc. There's also going to be membership tiers where you can get access to exclusive video series like Drawing Through Dragon Ball, or to my Leaded Pulp comic magazine, which is coming out for its first issue in July. So hey, check out these things, and I'll see you next time.